Hey, namaste, I'm Kay, this is Ecstatic Self, and today I want to talk about a little bit of a difference between a Sutric and a Tantric yogi. So a Sutric tradition means you follow the sutras or the threads that have been shared through things like the Upanishads and the Vedas, and that you more or less toe the line of renunciation. So in Sutric yoga, you try to surrender everything that is not you. You would traditionally take vows where you surrender money, you surrender sexual interactions, you surrender clothing, you surrender your household, you surrender identity, you surrender everything so that you can just be purely absorbed in the self. You let go and let go and let go and let go until there's nothing left. And it's a beautiful and gorgeous tradition, and there was a point in my life where I actually asked about taking Swami vows, renunciate vows, to give everything up. And my teacher at the time told me no. They're like, no, your job is not, you've done that before. This time you're meant to be living in the world, have relationships, have a job, do all these things, get messy. Don't give it all up. Find liberation through mingling with these things. And in hindsight, I think that was actually really wise advice for me, but I think it's wise advice for a lot of people, because in today's modern world, it's really hard to live as a renunciate. There's a lot of Buddhist monks who don't keep their vows of celibacy or give them back and end up getting married. There's a lot of sadhus, wandering yogis, who wear orange and say that they're renunciates, who still have, sexual interactions with people or take money. So it's, in today's modern world, like, I'm not going to say you can't do it, because I'm sure there are people who do, but it's effing hard. And I've known personally a few people who've taken those vows, and basically they've all ended up giving those vows back. So rather than for me feeling like a failure or feeling like somehow I'm less holy because I'm not pursuing the monastic life or the vows of renunciation, there's a parallel tradition called the Tantric tradition that says you can be a householder, you can eat food, have money, have sex, eat meat. You can do all of those things, but you still approach your spiritual life with the exact same fervency and intensity and intentionality as somebody who's a monk, as someone who's a nun, as somebody who's a renunciate, a sadhu, a swami. That you do all those things, but you use all those things for your growth. You don't try to shut them out or think my spiritual life's over here and the rest of my life's over here. No, it's all your spiritual life. And you use everything for growth. When you eat, you use it for growth. When you have sex, you use sex for growth. When you spend money or earn money, you're using it as part of your spiritual path. And so that nothing becomes unholy, nothing becomes unsacred, but that everything is a transformative power. And just like to highlight the difference, like if I'm doing a traditional puja or devotional offering, there's a lot of offering of sweetness, flowers, milk, candlelight, ghee light, camphor, open flame, sugar, honey, milk, rose petals, white rice, candy, chocolate, like all the sweet things in life. When I do a tantric puja, I do all those things, but then I also offer wine, possibly animal sacrifice. I have never actually killed an animal, but some people will. Sex, pot, like that you do those things, but can you stay connected to your deep state even while doing those things? And so for me, that's the difference between a Sutric and a Tantric path. Sutric, I reject the world and I try to live purely. Tantric, I embrace the world and I try to grow through all of it. One is not better than the other, and that's the thing, right? One is not better than the other. They both are valid paths to realization and to enlightenment. And we have a tendency to say, oh, the monastic life, the Sutric life is more holy. Bullshit. The same God, the same force of creation, the same universe created me, created this ground, created that water fountain over there, created these bushes, created my dog who wants to go inside. We are all the same energy. We are all the same thing. Nothing is inherently more holy or less holy. You just need to find what works for you. I eat meat. A lot of yogis are vegetarians or vegans, and it works for them. It doesn't work for me. I'm not going to tell them they're wrong. I hope they don't tell me I'm wrong, because we have to find what works for us. So find your own path, find the people who you resonate with and you want to learn from, and grow in those traditions, grow from those faiths and with those teachers and those guides. Hope that's a helpful thought for today. I'm Kay, this is Ecstatic Self. Namaste.